Yellow. Arch the blue lady.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's telling right. He's telling the right. Telling the right. Hey. 4 down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come to my world. Check 43.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On first down, Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Cut. Watch the twist.
Hey, on Sunday.
57 orbit. 57.
Here we go. Right.
Now here's Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Mahomes again. And that's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again, eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
57.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check your hot read. Protein spill.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ingram again, a first down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. On third down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Does the big boy have the juice? But he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. This one complete to Ingram. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Right there, 54.
Throwing again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one a 41-yard attempt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 23 yards on the play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
The Chiefs' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Darren Lee there to get him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 53. Check. 53.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Jackson now operating from the gun. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Check 37. Check 37. Switch. Switch.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Ingram. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Buying time to his... And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football. Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway. And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to base.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 29, Jackson forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. Even, 4 down, even.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Off play action. Jackson. Trying to improvise. And his throw here's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Under 10, 10.
Check.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Rush in. Rush in. Check 53 block. Check 53 block. All day, dog.
Check 15. Check 15.
Now Jackson throwing on fourth down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
57. Topper. Topper. Come on. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Jackson off the play fake. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. Off play action. Steps away. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 62 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover